This is Lamai, Modern Eatery, Wine and Cocktails. This is the second location that just opened in Henderson. The first location of Lamai is in Chinatown. I didn't know at the time, but this is a very highly anticipated opening for this restaurant. This restaurant has a following, especially for those who love wine. The owner has been associated with some Las Vegas iconic places such as Lotus of Siam, Chata Thai and Wine, Chata Street. Locals who loved these places now have a second place and another option. They had their grand opening in big fashion. This is the original location on Spring Mountain near Arville in Chinatown. This was my first visit to Lamai, and I noticed that they were really focused on the wine as they had a bigger wine menu than the food. But I fell in love with the food there. It was awesome. This was one of the best wings I've ever had. I remember being overwhelmed by how good this was. This is called Wing Zap. And although their focus was on the wine, the food was not far behind it. The food was impressive. They had your classic Thai dishes and they had some modern twists, all of which transferred over to the Henderson location. So all of this food is still available at the Henderson location. The menu remains pretty similar. Sorry to those who are expecting a wine review, but this is a food show, so I'm gonna get into the food here. First off, I started with the shrimp ceviche. I've already had this and I remembered how much I loved it, so I had to get it again. It's fresh shrimp ceviche served with tortilla. No, these are not tortilla, they're actually wonton wrappers that are crispy fried. Large chunks of shrimp, tomatoes, onions, cilantro in a delightful lime sauce, and this is served in an incredibly crispy, thin and delicate wonton wrapper. But you get the feeling that you're eating Mexican food. It's very similar. The crispy wrappers are a little bit thinner, more brittle, so you have to be careful when you're using that to scoop it. I found it easier to scoop the ceviche onto the chips rather than using the chips to scoop the ceviche. Everything was fresh and really good. The crispy vegetables, the shrimp flavor, the delightful lime sauce, the mixture of the onions, the tomatoes, the cilantro, everything was incredible. This is one of my most favorite dishes. I highly recommend this dish. There are a number of small plates or appetizers. They call them small plates on the menu here. Rather than your basic salad, this was much more flavorful. Bright flavors, intense flavors. My two most favorite appetizers at Lamai are this shrimp ceviche and the wing zap. But the main dishes here are even better than that. Two of my favorite kinds of wide noodle dishes is the drunken noodles and the pad see ew. The drunken noodles a little bit spicier, pad see ew not so much, and more soy sauce based. The pad see ew would have more of the Chinese broccoli. The drunken noodles will invite other vegetables into the mix. The noodle consistency was awesome. It was almost translucent, not like the pasty, thick, white flour that's overcooked. And if you get either of these with steak, they don't skimp on the meat. You get a full-sized steak. This is just a little portion of the steak that I scooped out onto an extra plate. Whether you get the drunken noodle or the pad see ew, they're both great. The flavors are awesome. It mixes so well. The chewy consistency of the noodles, it's almost like a pasta dish with your protein. And if you get steak, the steak, like I said, is just incredible. Big, thick chunks, not little scraps of meat. Actual steak. But if you want just the steak, they can accommodate you too. This is the 12-ounce ribeye. Compared to a steakhouse, the price is much cheaper. If you've been to a steakhouse nowadays, you would know. This steak is marinated. There's a Thai marinade. It's slightly sweet, but it's very delightful. It's not overly sweet like say a Korean barbecue, but the seasoning is just slightly sweet and has a great flavor. They also give you a dipping sauce which is slightly spicy, adds a little more brightness to the dish. I ordered this steak medium rare and it was cooked perfectly, just the way I like it. It doesn't have a thick char, but it's just enough. You will get a tremendous grilled flavor regardless. This is a lot better than I remember it because I had it a long time ago at the Chinatown location. This steak is extremely satisfying. If you feel like steak with a little bit of Asian flavor, this is incredible. Probably one of my favorite dishes. And although I love steakhouses, there's a tremendous difference in the price. A 12-ounce steak at a premium steakhouse will run you $60 to $80 or more. This is a great steak experience outside of a steakhouse, and the quality doesn't fall short of a steakhouse. There's a number of appetizers here. I did get some green beans. Maybe I thought it'd be more healthier for me with all the meat that I eat, but I actually really like green beans. In addition to that, they have a number of other Thai style dishes. The som tam is actually a papaya salad. And if you're health conscious, this is an extremely healthy dish. Some of the basic benefits are it's loaded with vitamins and minerals. It's got a large amount of fiber, helps constipation. It also aids digestion. It can even soothe inflammation. And some have even noted that it can help with infections. The julienne or thinly shredded green papaya is delightful with crispy vegetables. The Thai chili lime sauce with the fish sauce gives you a light flavor. It's similar to a vinaigrette, but with more flavor. And speaking of flavor, another incredibly power-packed flavor is in this crispy pork. The menu description says that it's spicy, but actually I didn't taste much spicy, or maybe I'm just immune to it. I don't notice it much, but the flavor is incredible. This is pork belly. It's got a little bit of fat mixed in with the pork, gives you a really rich flavor, and the batter is intensely flavorful. This is the stir-fried mushrooms. The menu has it under a different title, so you may have to read the descriptions more. Comes with oyster mushrooms and a few other types. Really delightful, kind of salty, a little bit soy sauce based, but delicious mushroom flavor if you like mushrooms. One of the dishes that I didn't get to try last time but wanted to try was the Penang crispy duck. I got it with the crispy duck because I really love the duck. The Penang is similar to a curry, but it's thicker, a little more sweeter. It has the flavor of a ground nutty roasted peanut. The sauce is like a rich, thick curry base, but it will have a nuttier flavor. It will also have the coconut cream in there. Gives you a great flavor. It's like a thick sauce that coats this crispy duck. And the crispiness of the duck stayed throughout the duration of the meal. And duck is pretty fatty anyway, but the flavor was only compounded by this rich, thick Penang curry. You can also choose to get this Penang curry with crispy prawns. I'm sure it'll be good if you're in the mood for shrimp instead of duck. And like most curry dishes, it's served with rice. This is a great pairing. The curry with your protein and the rice. Just delightful. This place has a style of its own, and all the dishes are really impressive. It's almost like they tailored it to what you really would like in a dish. So the menu's a little bit hard to find, but I do have a link in the description below, and it's pretty accurate. The prices are updated as of the date of this video. The restaurant's only been open for a couple of days, so they don't really have any Yelp reviews yet for this location. From what I can see, the menu is identical at both locations. The Henderson location, however, is on a tentative schedule, currently open 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. only Thursday through Sunday. So if you plan on coming, please check before you go. That's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.